Imagine this. You wake up ready to have a productive day. Then your phone lights up. A client cancels. Your car won't start. Someone criticizes you online. A family member says something hurtful. Suddenly, everything feels like it's falling apart. Most people believe the setback is what ruined their day. A Stoic would disagree. They would say, "The event happened. The suffering came afterward from my interpretation." Being Stoic doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It doesn't mean pretending nothing hurts. It means learning to separate what happened from the story we tell ourselves about what happened. Today's lesson is about mastering that skill, because setbacks aren't rare. They're guaranteed. Plans fail. People disappoint. Money disappears. Technology breaks. Health changes. Dreams take longer than expected. The question isn't whether setbacks will happen. The question is, who are you when they do? Part 1. Expect the unexpected. Modern culture trains us to expect smooth lives. Fast internet, fast delivery, fast success, fast healing, fast relationships. So when something goes wrong, we feel cheated. Stoicism begins by rejecting that illusion. Life was never supposed to go according to plan. Traffic is normal. Illness is normal. Loss is normal. Failure is normal. This isn't pessimism. It's preparation. Imagine walking outside when the forecast says there's a 90% chance of rain. Would you be angry if it rained? Probably not. You expected it. Stoics carry that same mindset into life. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" they ask, "What did I expect from an unpredictable world?" Expectation determines suffering. If you expect perfection, everything feels unfair. If you expect obstacles, everything becomes manageable. Unexpected setbacks only surprise the people who believed life owed them certainty. Part 2. Pause before reacting. The modern world rewards immediate reactions. Reply instantly, post instantly, argue instantly, complain instantly. The Stoic delays reaction, not because they're slow, because they know emotions are temporary. Imagine receiving an angry email. Your heart races. You feel insulted. You want to respond immediately. The Stoic waits. 5 minutes, 1 hour, sometimes 1 day, because the first emotion isn't always the wisest one. Between stimulus and response exists freedom. That tiny gap changes everything. Instead of reacting, observe. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Is this emotion helping? Most emotional damage comes from immediate reactions. A careless text, an angry decision, a dramatic resignation, a relationship-ending argument. Patience often prevents problems that intelligence cannot solve. Part 3. Separate facts from stories. Here's what happened. Your boss didn't reply. That's a fact. Now here's the story. They hate me. I'm getting fired. I'll never succeed. Notice something. The suffering isn't inside the fact. It's inside the story. Modern Stoicism constantly asks, what do I actually know? Not, what am I imagining? Example. Fact. Your friend cancelled dinner. Story. They don't care about me. Reality. Maybe they're sick. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Maybe something happened. The Stoic refuses to invent suffering. Facts are often small. Stories become enormous. Practice replacing assumptions with observations. Instead of saying, my presentation was terrible, say, I forgot 1 point. Instead of, everyone judged me, say, 2 people looked distracted. Reality is usually much less dramatic than our minds suggest. Part 4. Control what you can. This is the foundation of Stoicism. Some things belong to you. Some things never will. You control your effort, your honesty, your discipline, your attitude, your preparation. You do not control weather, economy, other people, luck, timing, opinions, outcomes. Yet most people spend their lives trying to control what isn't theirs. Imagine holding sand tightly. The harder you squeeze, the more escapes. Life works similarly. Control what belongs to you. Release what doesn't. If you lose your job, you can't control the company's decision. You can control updating your resume, learning new skills, making phone calls, improving interviews. Action reduces anxiety. Control reduces chaos. Focus creates peace. Part 5. Replace why me with what now. Victim thinking asks, why me? Stoic thinking asks, what now? Notice the difference. One looks backward. The other moves forward. Every setback contains two moments. The event. Your response. The event is finished. Your response is still being written. Imagine failing an important exam. One person spends weeks asking, why did this happen? Another asks, what should I study differently? Months later, one is still complaining. The other has improved. Progress begins the moment blame ends. Part 6. Find the hidden opportunity. Stoicism doesn't pretend every setback is good. Some losses are heartbreaking, some pain is real. But hidden inside difficulty is often unexpected growth. Failure teaches, rejection redirects. Delays prepare, challenges strengthen. Many successful people later admit that the worst thing that happened to them became the reason they became who they are. Not because suffering is magical, because adaptation is. The Stoic asks, what ability can I develop because of this? Patience, humility, resilience, creativity, leadership. Pain often trains qualities comfort never could. Part 7. Keep your character intact. Anyone can stay kind when life is easy. Character appears when life becomes difficult. Lose money. Don't lose integrity. Lose an argument. Don't lose respect. Lose an opportunity. Don't lose discipline. Stoicism teaches that your reputation isn't your greatest possession. Your character is. People may misunderstand you, ignore you, insult you, but they cannot force you to become bitter. Only you can surrender your values. Your circumstances change. Your principles shouldn't. Part 8. The Evening Reflection. Every night, the Stoic asks 3 questions. What did I do well? Where did I let emotion control me? What can I improve tomorrow? Notice there's no self-hatred, no shame, only observation. Growth requires awareness. Without reflection, we repeat yesterday. With reflection, we improve tomorrow. 1% every day. Small adjustments. Quiet improvements. Consistent progress. This shouldn't have happened. This isn't fair. This can't be happening. But reality doesn't change because we reject it. Imagine missing your flight. You can spend an hour yelling at the airline, blaming traffic or replaying your morning over and over. Or you can accept one simple fact. The plane has already left. Acceptance is not surrender. It is the starting point of effective action. A modern Stoic doesn't waste energy fighting facts. They ask, given the situation as it is, not as I wish it were, what's my next move? Acceptance clears the fog. Only then can wisdom take over. Part 10. Don't borrow tomorrow's problems. A setback has a strange way of multiplying in our minds. You lose one client. Suddenly you're imagining bankruptcy. One argument becomes the end of your relationship. One mistake becomes the end of your career. This is what Stoics call suffering in advance. The future is uncertain, yet we often treat our fears as if they've already happened. Instead, deal with today's reality, today's task, today's challenge, today's responsibility. Tomorrow deserves tomorrow's attention. Most of the disasters we fear never happen. The Stoic refuses to carry imaginary burdens. Part 11. Your identity is bigger than one failure. Modern society encourages us to tie our identity to achievement. If we succeed, we feel valuable. If we fail, we feel worthless. Stoicism rejects this. You are not your latest mistake. You are not your bank balance. You are not your job title. You are not your social media followers. These things may change overnight. Character remains. A failed business doesn't make you a failure. A rejected application doesn't make you unworthy. One setback cannot define an entire life unless you allow it to. Protect your identity from temporary events. Part 12. Use setbacks as emotional training. Think of every setback as a workout for your mind. Just as muscles grow through resistance, resilience grows through difficulty. Without challenges, patience never develops. Without disappointment, courage remains untested. Without failure, humility is impossible. Every obstacle gives you a chance to strengthen a different virtue. The question becomes, what part of me is this difficulty training? Instead of asking why life is hard, ask what life is teaching. Training changes everything. Part 13. Refuse to let one bad moment ruin the whole day. A common habit is allowing one unpleasant event to poison everything else. Someone criticizes you at 9 a.m. By noon, you're irritated with co-workers. By evening, you're impatient with your family. One moment becomes an entire bad day. The Stoic breaks that chain. A flat tire is just a flat tire. A rude comment is just a rude comment. It doesn't deserve control over the next 12 hours. Guard your attention carefully. Don't let one cloud convince you the entire sky is dark. Part 14. Practice voluntary discomfort. Modern life makes comfort easy. Stoics believed occasional discomfort builds resilience. Take a cold shower. Walk instead of driving. Skip unnecessary luxuries once in a while. Disconnect from your phone for an afternoon. Choose the stairs instead of the elevator. These small acts remind you that comfort is a preference, not a necessity. When real hardship arrives, it won't feel completely unfamiliar. Comfort is enjoyable. Dependence on comfort is dangerous. Part 15. Don't take everything personally. Not every setback is about you. Someone is rude. Maybe they're exhausted. Someone ignores your message. Maybe they're overwhelmed. Someone criticizes your work. Perhaps they're having a difficult day. The Stoic recognizes that everyone is fighting battles you cannot see. This perspective creates compassion instead of resentment. You stop assuming the world revolves around your experience. And surprisingly, life becomes much lighter. Part 16. Respond with excellence instead of revenge. After a setback, many people seek revenge. They gossip. They insult. They sabotage. Stoicism teaches a different path. Respond with excellence. Improve your work. Strengthen your habits. Develop your skills. Remain respectful. Your greatest response to criticism isn't anger. It's becoming better. Revenge keeps you tied to the past. Excellence builds your future. Part 17. Protect your inner peace from external chaos. The world will always be noisy. Breaking news, arguments online, economic uncertainty, unexpected emergencies. If your peace depends on the world becoming calm, you'll wait forever. Instead, build calm within yourself. Read instead of endlessly scrolling. Think before reacting. Spend time in silence. Take intentional breaks from constant stimulation. A peaceful mind is not the absence of chaos. It's the ability to remain steady while chaos exists. Part 18. Remember that this too will pass. Every setback feels permanent in the moment. But think back to your life. How many painful experiences once felt unbearable? How many eventually became memories? Life keeps moving. The difficult season changes. The painful chapter ends. The emotions soften. Perspective grows. The Stoic remembers that no storm lasts forever. This doesn't erase today's pain, but it prevents hopelessness. Patience becomes easier when you remember that time is constantly carrying you forward. Part 19. Build a life that can absorb shocks. The strongest people don't simply survive setbacks. They prepare for them. They save money before emergencies happen. They develop multiple skills. They maintain healthy relationships. They take care of their bodies. They keep learning. Preparation doesn't eliminate setbacks. It reduces their impact. Think like an architect building a bridge. The bridge isn't designed for perfect weather. It's designed to withstand storms. Build your life the same way. Part 20. Leave every setback wiser than you found it. Every setback asks one final question. Will you waste this experience or will you learn from it? Some people experience the same mistake for 20 years. Others experience it once and grow forever. Before moving on, ask yourself, what did this reveal about me? What habits need to change? What assumptions were wrong? What strengths did I discover? What will I do differently next time? A modern Stoic doesn't measure life by the number of setbacks they face. They measure it by the wisdom gained from each one. When every challenge leaves you calmer, stronger and more thoughtful than before, setbacks stop being interruptions. They become part of your education. And that is the quiet power of modern Stoicism. Not a life without obstacles, but a mind that can meet any obstacle with courage, reason, and unwavering character. Unexpected setbacks are inevitable. What isn't inevitable is panic, or bitterness, or despair. The modern Stoic understands something many people spend decades learning. Life isn't testing you. Life is revealing you. Every inconvenience reveals patience. Every criticism reveals humility. Every failure reveals resilience. Every disappointment reveals character. When the next setback arrives, and it will, remember these steps. Expect obstacles. Pause before reacting. Separate facts from stories. Focus on what you control. Replace "why me" with "what now?" Look for growth within the challenge. Protect your character above everything else. Reflect, learn, and continue. Because strength isn't built on easy days. It's built in the moments when everything goes wrong and you still choose wisdom over impulse. The modern Stoic doesn't avoid setbacks. They meet them with calm, clarity, and courage. And over time, that quiet resilience becomes their greatest advantage.